Welcome everybody back to the Figure Kit Garage, fellow resin heads and kit builders. Brent Krug back with another out-of-the-box review. The kit on the table is the latest arrival to the Figure Kit Garage, and this comes from Gardon over at Sci-Fi Models and Stuff. This is a 1/4 scale bust sculpted by one of the best likeness sculptors out there in our hobby, Jeff Yagher. This is a kit entitled House on Haunted Hill. And as you can tell, the character, this guy needs no introduction, but it is a beautiful likeness sculpted by Jeff of the late great horror icon Vincent Price as Frederick Loren in the 1959 movie House on Haunted Hill. This is an 8-piece resin kit, 5 traditionally sculpted, molded, and cast resin pieces, and 3 3D printed pieces. This is $140 plus free shipping, and is also available on the Sci-Fi Models and Stuff Etsy store. I'll leave a link for that down below, and that goes for $160. The price difference primarily because of the seller's fees that Etsy charges. It's kind of hard to avoid, but this is no less a fantastic kit for whatever price you pay. This is kit number 16, and it arrived this past Monday. Excuse me, ordered direct from Dan through contact on Facebook Messenger. But Jeff has done an outstanding job of capturing this character in the film, leaning up against the staircase, kind of peering around the side of the lamp. But to capture this icon that had one of the most recognizable voices anywhere in the world, he really hit Vincent Price's likeness beautifully. And the 3 3D printed pieces, I'll go ahead and show those now. The light bulb for the lamp, which is hollow. This whole lamp is 3D printed hollow. Even though it is solid, it is hollow all the way through the center. The lampshade, very beautifully detailed. Nice frosted look to it. Really amazing. And then beautiful sculptured detail. I'm not sure who did the 3D render for this lamp, but they did an outstanding job. Let me bring the light over a little bit better. Did an outstanding job of rendering this lamp, which for the time period would have been, all metal. The little cherubs around the front and the sides. And as I said, you see the light through the other end. It is 3D printed hollow to accommodate electronics. And there are numerous ways to run electronics through this to light this thing up. And once it's glued, glued in place, be absolutely perfect. So really well thought out on the lamp and lampshade and the light bulb, and a very soft style miniature LED would light that thing up perfect. Now the base comes in 2 pieces, and we'll take Mr. Price off of the base itself. The pillar at the bottom of the staircase, kind of hard to get that out of there, is one separate piece. Nice wood grain detail all the way around. The molding, just expertly sculpted, and the cast is really incredible. Very little cleanup to deal with. And then the level of detail in this base, and I hope you guys can see that okay on camera. Really well captured out. All the angles and the molding and the trim work, beautifully rendered, and the molding and casting captured every little bit of it. No air bubbles at all anywhere that I've seen. And this base is solid. You know, it's got some heft to it. Really, really nicely done. And the little positioning borders right here for where he will sit. And then that little newel post will fit. I can get that in there the right way. There we go. The newel post at the bottom of the stairs will fit in, and it's a very tight fit. So you won't have to worry about trying to sand anything down unless you want to make it a little bit easier to get it in there. You know, it's perfectly acceptable. Very little gap at the end, very, very minor. And we'll take a look at the hands, which are notched right before the cuffs of the jacket sleeve because they will sit right along the edge of the staircase handrail like that. So when you get the position correct where you want it, you will definitely have to glue it to the molding. Whoops, pardon me. And the left hand has the exact same thing. Same little rut right there, so it will sit perfectly even. And they will have to be glued. And the level of detail, just like always with Jeff Sculpts, hits everything perfectly. All the wrinkles in the knuckles, veins in the top of the hand. There we go. Trying to get that to focus. And then we come to Mr. Price himself. And like I said, Jeff hit his likeness so beautifully. You can definitely tell that as, the young version of him, and the eyes are fully sculpted. So no guesswork as to where to place the position of the eyes in any way, shape, or form. The hair detail on that mustache as the style that he wore throughout his entire life. And the widow's peak in that hair. And the way he had it always combed over, just stylishly presented. And Jeff really, really hit that nicely. A little bit of seam line work in the hairline. Not too much to remove. A little bit of work and that'll blend back. But his suit, his tie, his little tie pin, just basic. And for this character and for this actor, you didn't need to overdress him a whole hell of a lot because he was stylish just on his own. And just a little bit of chip that's missing out of the edge of the coat collar, but that can be taken care of with some epoxy sculpt. But apart from that, this likeness is probably one of the all-time best that I've ever seen. And just to hit this character, which I don't think this character has been done a whole heck of a lot over the years, but Dan's idea of getting this character in this pose with the stairwell base, this is probably one of the best representations that I've ever seen. Nice, just an overall nice look, even without the hands and just the lamp. You could go without the hands and it would look fantastic. But the hands do add an nice extra layer of Frady Cat peeking around the corner. And as far as the dimensions, they're looking at just right around 6 1/4 inches in width I'm going to take the lamp off of here with the bust right at 10 inches tall, and then front to back right at 4 inches in depth. So not too bad on the dimensions for what space it would need to be displayed properly. You know, this would look pretty damn beautiful with other kits of this actor. Trying to balance that hand on there the right way so it doesn't fall. And the box art that this came with was absolutely incredible, photographed really, really nicely. There we have it. Frederick Lauren from House on Haunted Hill. And it's funny to think that of all the remakes that a lot of these classic horror films have gotten, House on Haunted Hill has only been remade twice. You've had Haunting of Hill House, but House on Haunted Hill was only remade in 1999 and 2024. The 2024 remake was done just a little bit differently. It was done found footage style, kind of like Paranormal Activity or, oh, what else? Blair Witch, things like that. But it premiered at the Frida Cinema October 31st of last year. And it starred Daniel Roebuck, Scream Queen Brink Stevens, and no less than Vincent's own daughter, Victoria Price, was in the film, and she executive produced it. So kind of a nice way to kind of remake and honor her dad's work and his legacy. So if you're interested in this kit, contact Dan Gardon over at Sci-Fi Models and Stuff on Facebook. I'll leave all the contact information below, as well as the Etsy store link will be in the comments section below. I want to thank everybody that's subscribed so far. We keep climbing, and all I can keep saying is thank you. I know it's not much, but thank you. Check out the latest episode of Model Club TV. Scott Johansson and Jason Walker. Great interview with a lady that runs Avi's studio. Pretty much everybody that's been a part of this hobby for the longest time knows about Avi's epoxy sculpt, fix-it paste, and their safety solvent, which has now been renamed Finishing Solution, as I learned earlier today from watching the episode. Also check out Rob Madison's channel. As they say, one of the nicest guys in the hobby. Monster Model Review. So for this review of House on Haunted Hill 1/4 scale resin kit, sculpted by Jeff Yagher with 3D printed pieces in the lampshade, produced by Dan Gardon over at Sci-Fi Models and Stuff. This has been the Figure Kit Garage. Everybody stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Build a kit.